Good morning. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, please do subscribe and turn on that notification bell. Not your first time, thank you for joining me. So right now we're going to be doing a ClairTarot reading for Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Also for your cross watchers. Shake it up. All right. Uh-oh. Let me just get my cards. All right. Let's look at what's going on for my Capricorns. Okay. Here we go. We're starting the shuffle. Hi, Raina. Oh, dang. I have feathers all over this. All right, that's fine. That's fine. We can make this happen. Hi, Jessica. Good morning. Don't mind the feathers. Feathers are being flung around. All right. So this is for Capricorn. Ooh, interesting, interesting. So basically, what's been going on is creation has had your back this whole time. This whole time. You have to begin trusting in yourself, Capricorn. This is more than just making business moves. It's more than just making money. This is about your actual spiritual journey. Creation has had your back completely. And the moment you realize this, that there's so much more than just the earthly concerns, this is going to greatly amplify your manifestation ability. Capricorn, you got that manifestation ability, okay? That's why you can be so successful with all that business stuff. Now, card number 43, come to life. This is about doing more than just painting a sweet exterior, okay? Don't listen to that monkey mind trying to convince you that things that aren't important are important, because it's just not important. It's just not. So Capricorn, you're going to need to really begin listening to the whispers of your soul, okay? You have to come to life. Number 43, come to life. That means doing more than the day-to-day grind. This means you have to actually begin recognizing you're more than just the human consciousness. You have something that goes beyond that. Now, collaborative dreaming, card number 28. I think you're about to start a project, or you've just started a project with other people, and you think it's just going to be lucrative, but this actually ties into your soul purpose. Whatever this project is, it's going to greatly affect the people who are involved in a very positive way. It's going to grow you, all the partners, and whoever your clients are, whatever this project is, it's going to greatly, greatly grow in a spiritual way. Okay. And as you do this project, you further realign with your soul purpose. So that brings in more of your abundance. So this is good stuff, good stuff. But you're being asked to kind of look beyond just the superficial, okay? You have to look beyond the superficial. I'm not saying that you are superficial, but you've already mastered superficial subject matter. You know, you've gotten the whole human thing. I don't know. You've gotten the whole human thing pretty much down, okay? Good morning, Misty. It is early, Raina. Hi, Rebecca. Is your boyfriend a Capricorn? Ooh, 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 ooh. Let's see what happens. Yes. Oh my God, that is so effing adorable. This is about play. 5 of Diamonds. You have to enjoy what you're doing. You have to. You can't keep pushing yourself, doing things that you don't enjoy, because that's going to end up making you sick. Like, really. It's going to end up making you sick. You're going to begin developing symptoms due to the level of stress that you experience trying to launch something that's not in alignment with what you should be doing. Now, hold on. Here we go. 7 of Hearts. This is about diversity, open-heartedness. Okay? Again, the whole open-heartedness. The more you allow your heart to open, the more you will call in the very demographic that you are going to, that's going to support you and that's going to help your business thrive. Whatever venture this is, it involves being open. Capricorn, you're not very open. And I say this because I am a Capricorn moon. The Pisces and Capricorn in me are always arguing. They're always like, no, girl, don't tell them that. Don't tell them that. And then the Pisces in me is like, they have to know. So we have 7 of Spades. Travel, lightheartedness. Do you notice how everything is centered around your heart? Developing and reconnecting that heart space. It's really important because the heart space is actually the space that's used to manifest. And as good as you've been at manifesting things, it's going to amplify if you begin doing that heart work space. Heart space work. Okay, it is early. It is very early. All right, let's get you this card. I think what's going to end up happening is there are some aspects of work that are going to crumble apart. And it needs to crumble apart in order for it to come together. And I don't know if some of you are trying to do some work-related stuff with friends. It's going to definitely shift your dynamic. It's going to definitely shift the dynamic. And I feel like you're going to recognize some things about the people that you keep in your circle. And those things might not necessarily be what you like or what you want. See? So card number 33, 9th house, faith. Everything that you need to succeed in this life is already in your hands. And you've been using quite a bit of it, but the things that will really amplify your ability to take your success to a whole nother level has been largely untapped. Capricorn has a tendency to be more about earth-based, human living type subject matter versus, well, I know quite a few Capricorns that are into esoterica, but it's more of how does that apply to my earth existence? You have to allow your inner divinity to guide you, okay? And like recognize that it's your inner divinity guiding you. This is more than just, oh, I have a hunch that this is going to be a good move, or I have a feeling. You have to actually recognize there is a piece of divinity within you that is actively guiding you, actively assisting you in manifestation. Capricorn, this is going to work out, but you have to allow that heart space to open. You have to acknowledge the divinity within you that's housed in the heart. You have to, or your higher self is going to boot upon your face. It's getting ready to pimp slap you because you're not listening. But card number 18, Virgo, I analyze. You analyze too much. You do. But here's the thing. You're recognizing these divine things happening. You're analyzing, but you're still not taking it in. You're not listening. So here. Right now. Oh, card number 18, not 19. Maybe you have to quiet yourself down and go within. Do not anticipate trouble or worry about what may never happen. Keep in the sunlight. Worry and organization are the key traits of the sign Virgo and of this card. Virgo is picky and exacting. They can be insanely organized. They are very helpful to others. They tend to be critical, but usually this criticism is applied to themselves. So again, you're not listening to what your higher self is saying. It's saying some amazing things to you, and you're being hypercritical of yourself. You're also hypercritical of others. I know. I got that in my moon. So dealing with health issues, the workings of your own body, as well as those of your family or friends may factor in. Capricorn, I think you're on the verge of having some physiological symptom presentation. If you don't slow down, if you don't chill out and slow down and start really becoming more heart-centered, that's what you're at risk of, okay? It probably has to do with adrenal fatigue. Now, as a Capricorn, you should look into this book, The 10 Principles of a Love-Based Culture by Evo Nelson. This man, he gifted me this book. It's about running a business, okay? Love-based culture, you're probably like, what the hell does that mean? Read the book. He's a very, very successful CEO. He helped launch some seriously big tech stuff, health industry stuff. And he worked with huge CEOs, CFOs, companies, corporations, and he realized there's much more to a business than just the number crunching and policy and all of that. He figured out how to make it into a love-based culture. And when you do that, it becomes more than just a business. It becomes something that feeds your soul and all of your employees' souls. It nourishes everyone that's involved, and it becomes even more successful because it's a heart-centered thing. And it's not a hippie type book that we're talking about here. He's talking about real life practice, application, concepts. There's nothing hippie about the book. It's really well written. I highly suggest that book. If you're a Capricorn and you're struggling with like, where did the card go? Struggling with trying to figure out what the hell I'm talking about, read that book, The 10 Principles of a Love-Based Culture. It's about corporations. It's not just a mom and pop shop type thing. It's a huge, huge deal. So, you have to release the need to just keep pushing. I mean, do you even really know what you're pushing towards aside from, making profit and looking successful? You have so much more depth than that, if you know what I'm saying. And this card corresponds with the Hermit. It's about daily routine, healing, worry, usefulness. You have to be aware of the fact that you're more useful than you realize. You have a spiritual aspect to yourself that you haven't fully tapped into yet, or even allowed yourself to acknowledge. Once you do that, things really, really take a turn for the good for you. Card number 29, 5th house, creativity. You're very creative. You are very, very creative. You're able to analyze and see what it is that will draw people in. I mean, Capricorn, you kind of have that kind of energy where people don't really know why, but they're kind of drawn to you, but you're selective. And it's okay to be selective, but you have to open your heart. You have to allow that creative juice from your heart space to flow out. This is about really, hold on. This is about really going back to your youth and allowing yourself to enjoy what you're doing and really being present, okay? Stop worrying about the past. Stop worrying about the future. I wouldn't be surprised if you're struggling with either depression or anxiety. Depression is about the past. Anxiety is about the future. You can't control either one. You can only be fully present in the moment, and that directly affects the future. That directly affects how you're able to process things that happened in the past. So this card relates to the 6 of Cups. It's about the bliss of childhood, staying open, having fun, free expression. You have to allow that out. Allow people to actually see what you're about. Instead of that, polished exterior, allow them to see what you're actually about. And I guarantee they fall deeper in love with you and are drawn to whatever project you're doing. You'll get more support that way. Okay, let's get you a card from your soul. It's so dim in here. I don't know what's going on with the letter. It's weird. It's weird. Oh, thank you, Rebecca. I actually am writing a book. If I could ever just sit and finish writing it, it'll eventually come out. Eventually, one day. One day. All right. Capricorn, here's a message from your soul. Oh, see this? Card number 17, the human gift. Wow. See how, so this is you. See how you're blocking yourself from that divine guidance, from recognizing that you are being divinely guided to go where to go, to go where you need to be. Let's get your poetry. All right. Oh, heart, what is your excuse for all these blunders? Such loyalty is offered by the beloved, yet so much treason comes from you. Such kindness is offered by the beloved, yet so much defiance and resistance comes from you. Such grace is offered by the beloved, yet so much fault and failure comes from you. Such attraction is offered with sweetness and generosity, yet such jealousy comes from you with so much doubt and suspicion. Do you bemoan your lack of faith? Do you berate yourself because you have moments where you cannot bring yourself to trust and love more than you trust in your fear? Do you lament and worry that you could or should be living under great surrender? And yet, when is light more precious than when it arises from darkness? When is trust more admirable than when involved in uncertain yet bold leap of faith? Your path is perfection in the divine sense, not in some artificial absence of struggle, but in the wrestling of darkness and light that ignites the fire within your holy heart. So rise up now from your doubts and admonitions and let your human self be loved. Even for all the doubt, you are still a cherished one of the great beloved and always shall be. Be kind to your heart. You may believe it to be weary from doubt and distrust, so much heartbreak and so many agonies, yet still it beats. Still it persists with unquestioning allegiance to life. What a grand heart it is, this sacred heart of yours. How can it be worthy of anything other than tenderness, gratitude, acknowledgement, and appreciation? Do not plague your heart with falsehoods and expectations of some disembodied perfection. Capricorn, this is just so accurate for you. The perfection of your heart is that it loves still, even if you try to stop it with some notion of self-protection from future hurt through doubt or fear, still it loves. It is perfection that it hopes even after despair, that it holds compassion even after experiences of fear. So then what is there left to do but breathe the grandest sigh of relief and allow yourself the essential luxury of peace within? So then everything is all right, even if at some moments it seems not to be, still your heart beats in honor of life. The heart can be nurtured and coaxed into gentle acceptance of all that is, and the divine sight will become available to you. So as you work on your heart space, as you allow your heart to work on your mind space, you open up to your potentiality. And it's of tremendous, tremendous potentiality, Capricorn. But you have to allow it. You have to allow it. If you don't allow it, then you don't. No one gets a say in that. This is not about controlling you. This is not about forcing you to do things you don't want to do, but you just have to. You have to get in alignment. You have to. This is for you, not for anyone else. You have to allow the mind and the heart to realign with the purpose of soul. And when you do that, tremendous, tremendous things happen for you. Such magic. I know it's kind of difficult to understand what I mean by magic. I mean manifestation on a level that you couldn't imagine. Manifestation on that level. And it's something that will help you to understand you are celebrated, whether you celebrate yourself or not. Regardless of what you accomplish in this life, there is divinity that celebrates you. With every single breath you take, you are celebrated. And it's just a matter of opening your heart space and allowing the energy to flow from you back to you. Because love, true love, is a circuit. You're supposed to allow yourself to receive as much as you give. And Capricorn, there's some misalignments, there's some imbalance in that circuit for you. Once you realign that, wow, the energy as it flows around and around, it's going to amplify and amplify, because you have that ability as well to amplify manifestation coding. But again, if you don't listen to me, that's okay. I'm a Capricorn moon, so sometimes I listen, sometimes I don't. I'm very selective, and you should be. But when it comes to messages from your soul, you should always listen. Always. Soul will never guide you wrong. Soul will never intentionally hurt you for no reason. And sometimes we have to recognize the reason we hurt after listening to the guidance of soul is because we have a misalignment between our perception and expectation and the reality of our co-creation. We co-create this, okay? Co-create something beautiful. Co-create something that is successful on all levels, not just in one aspect of your life. Allow yourself to fully blossom in the light of your truth. So if this resonated with you, please do give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell, and join me every time I'm live. I will be coming live again in a minute for Virgo. See you guys in a few minutes. Bye.